Well, hello everyone, the Ontario Gardener here, back with another automation tutorial, and today, this is part of the mini cafe mod. These are cannoli. It's a bit of a clunky automation because of the way things have to work. So, as always, follow with my mouse. The way it works is you're combining oil with flour that's kneaded into dough, which actually turns it into pie, like the pizza pie crust, which will then knead it again to turn it into the cannolis, and that has to be cooked one time. That's the easy part. You have the portioning. I just have these just to make it more kind of symmetrical. You don't need two of these. Again, the portioner in this step here, this is all optional, but highly recommended. Having a portioner, grabber, and then a prep station. Two is, you don't need, like I said, but it's just for this. So this is the clunky part. You have to combine the chopped cheese, the chopped chocolate, and also the not chopped sugar. So the sugar, you can go right from a combiner. Now, you cannot combine all of these things onto the hob at one time because there's not enough spots. You need to have 5 spots for this. You have 1, 2, 3, and 4, but that encompasses the whole thing. Now, if you don't want to portion it, you could do it 4 ways as long as you have a corner to grab to, but then that's silly. So basically what you're doing is you're chopping the cheese, combining that with the chopped chocolate, and combining that with plain sugar. You're combining all those onto this mixer. The mixer is then combining that onto the hob, and then that is being, well, waiting for you with the pizza crust or the cannoli crust. So let's just let it roll here. I'll show you how it works. And you may think, oh no, it's going to break. It's not going to work. No, it works. Basically, the cheese gets sucked back in because of the mechanics of how it works. The cannolis have to cook one time. The cheese and chocolate and sugar mixture gets, well, cooked with it. So it's a double cook process. Now, you could say, well, why don't you put a heated mixer here to make this faster? Honestly, it's not too slow. And if you put a heated mixer here, what you have to do is you have to then put another grabber, and you may say, why don't you just use a heated mixer for this? Well, the problem is you can't combine. Again, you're limited with how things are set up. If you move this up here, move this as a heated mixer here, move the oil over to here, you could. But for me, this is as compact as you can make it. Having a heated mixer instead of this, really, in my opinion, is irrelevant, because then the heated mixer is actually doing quite a few jobs. And it's not just only mixing twice, it's also making the cannoli 3 times, it's also cooking the cannolis, then it's also combining them, this cooking it again. So it's a lot to cook for one heated mixer, which is 0.4 speed. The safety hob is 0.75 speed, so almost twice as fast, and you're not really saving any space by not using it. So in my opinion, this is the way to go. We'll get out of practice mode. I'll let it run one more time for you guys. Let's go into practice again. You'll see the cheese. And again, it's a bit of a weird how the mechanics work, because it does suck the cheese back up here. You'll see right here it goes to this. It sucks the cheese back up. It's just the way, like the split second, how these work. I don't know how to explain it any better than that, but it's how it works. It does work. You can see it works flawlessly. I can even pull some cannolis off of here. This way, at least the full tray goes. Because remember, you have to cook them, and then you have to combine with the filling, and then you portion them, of course. So it requires a cooking, and it's just the way it's set up. I find this is better. It's pretty compact. If you count everything, you're basically a 5x5. This you can't really make any better, make it any smaller. 5x5 is pretty much where you're at. If you negate having this, you're still at a 5x5 because this still has to stick somewhere. You could have a 4x6, which is slightly smaller than a 5x5. But again, the way that mechanics work with how you need to combine all these things before you combine them with this, you can't combine everything onto this because you don't have enough spaces. It's just the way that it works. I think this works pretty well. I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. I like cannolis personally. I'd love to eat some, by the way. Not all of them have chocolate in them, by the way. A lot of cannolis just have like the cream cheese, not with chocolate chips in it, but for this, whoever made the mod, I'm not gonna, you can interpret how you want. There are cannolis that have chocolate chips in them, or like a chocolate sauce, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, traditionally, I'm pretty sure cannolis don't have chocolate chips in them. Nonetheless, guys, leave me a subscribe, hit the notification button. Also, subscribe to me on the Ontario Outdoorsman. Link in the description below. Be much appreciated, and I'll catch you guys in the next automation tutorial. Take care now.